Okay, hey guys. There we go. Okay. Hello, everybody. Welcome to my stream. I guess I'll turn my camera on in a second since I look fine. I think. Let me just share my screen. Please send stuff in the chat since I'm pretty sure it boosts it to whatever how many people it shows. Let's see. God, we have 16 viewers already. Okay, well there I am at least. I'd like to start my camera, but I don't know how to. So bear with me, don't go anywhere. I see I have 16 viewers, so I'm gonna be mad if any of you leave. Um, yes, I see some comments. I know the race is tightening. It is now a toss-up, right? It was toss-up. No, it was not toss-up right when it started. Trump was favored right when it started, the Harris versus Trump matchup. Trump was favored probably 60-40, like right at the start of it when Biden dropped out. Then in the next few days, it got down to like 50-50, and then Harris took the lead, and she eventually got to like 60-40 chances for her. And then since then, it has now narrowed to like probably like 53 for Harris right now. Um that's my guess is um 53% chance Harris wins, 47% chance Trump wins. Okay, so oh, start cam. Okay, I swear to God, it's. Oh, sorry. I did not know I was muted. Okay, so bad news. I can't turn my camera on, but it's fine. So, yeah, so this is going to be more of a Q&A session than anything else. So you can ask me questions throughout this, or you could bring up topics for me to talk about. I will be doing stuff here in the meantime. I'm just making buttons for my eBay store right now so I can talk while I work. So yeah, nothing crazy. Yeah, if you need me to pull something up like my prediction or any numbers, that's fine as well. And yeah, so that is what this will basically be. So let's see. So Nevada garbage trucks. Honestly, my favorite subscriber ever. Not even kidding. I feel like we agree on everything whenever I see his comments. He always gets my jokes, or I don't even know if it's a he. I have no idea who this garbage truck man is. but it is a true toss-up. I mean, honestly, election will be decided by a few thousand votes in probably one state, that being Pennsylvania. I think that a few thousand votes in Pennsylvania will ultimately decide this election, which is so crazy to think, and which is another reason why I hate the Electoral College and everyone should. Like, why should one state in this election decide? Why? Doesn't make any sense to me. So I'm glad we're getting good numbers on this live stream. 26 is great, especially for just starting. YouTube usually um does me dirty with the live stream numbers. I'm hoping for some sort of October or November surprise. Um not cuz like I whatever, not cuz like I'm favoring one candidate, but just because it would be so exciting to see what happens. And there were some reports that that the Trump team is telling like the lower people of the team that there will be a leak. Be ready for a leak about Trump. So that'll be interesting to see. Nice. We have a first time election involved person. So I was in 6th grade in 2020 during the election in 2020. I mean, I'd like to think I was involved, but I didn't do anything. I didn't post videos in 2020. I started right after the election, which is sad. Um, but yeah, oh god, my politics were so awful in 2020. Just total brain rot. We have it. Okay, how do you say her name by the way? Is it Mucarsel? Mucarsel? That's what I thought it was, but I don't know. I'm actually surprised my state of Texas is close. In the end, I don't think it will be. I really don't. So here we actually have a question. If you were to guess, what would be the next big swing state in the next decade? Um, I believe, the big one. So the equivalent of Pennsylvania. Hmm. I do have an answer for this, but I'm blanking on it. I like have one in mind. It's a Republican state that I think is getting closer. Oh, probably Texas. Probably Texas. In the next decade, it's probably going to be pretty close, especially with all those electoral votes. Nice, we hit 30 viewers. Favorite music artist. Yeah, nothing to do with politics. That's fine. It doesn't have to relate to politics. Embarrassing, but I love Daft Punk, so yeah, there's that. Yes, nice. We have Star Years, true classic. I go through this every live stream, just a true OG. Melinda saying hello from Massachusetts. Well, hello, Melinda. Um, glad that you're watching. I'm also drinking Gatorade during this, so if you hear it, yeah. Do you think Harris will be favored by election day? Yes. I think that sorry. I think that hey, I mean, I don't know what you mean by favored exactly. I guess you mean in my I mean, I feel embarrassed calling it a forecast. It's just I don't I don't do anything. I just guess. And a lot of the time I'm right, so I'll take it. I was actually one of the closest people in 2022, to be honest. But yeah. So I think I will probably maintain throughout this entire election cycle that Harris is favored to win. And I've said this many times, but in the end, I honestly believe with Trump as an 80-year-old and the Republican nominee, I feel that person, any normal Democrat who actually has positions, whether or not they'll actually do them in office, that's another thing, but who actually has positions that are popular among the American people, I think that any normal person will beat Trump. I really do. Despite what the polls say, There's a lot of reasons I think the polls won't underestimate Trump like they did in 2020 and 2016. Um, yeah, I really do. I think in the end she does win by a narrow margin or a big margin, but probably more likely a big margin. I'm favoring someone, but I don't want to start a heated argument from either side. I mean, this is a political channel. It really, really does not matter. You can absolutely say it. I was rooting for Biden in 2020, but I was barely old enough to understand what was going on. Yeah, me too. I was, of course, an obnoxious Biden 2020 sixth grader. It's sad. But yeah, I also barely understood. Let's talk politics says hello, hello. Trump will overperform in Iowa. Well, that is true, but Iowa won't be competitive at all, so that's okay. Yeah, voter suppression is bad. Um, okay. Senate question. Who do you think can flip the Senate seat in that state, Debbie or Colin? And which out of the two states will be closer to flip? This is very difficult because on the presidential level, I think they're going to run about evenly with Texas being a little closer for Donald Trump than is Florida. But when it comes to the Senate race, when it comes to the Senate races, the numbers look better in Florida for Dems. But I don't know why, just based off vibes. I think that Texas will be closer. Um, okay. Are you gonna finish the election night for every election series because it stopped in 2000? Yeah, I was always going to stop after 2000 because then like the election graphics actually started to become updated and clear and stuff, and you can just, watch the actual results. So I didn't want to confuse anyone further more than I already have. I got people from like the 1880s videos saying, "Wait a minute, what?" Like CNN wasn't it didn't exist in 1880. I'm quite confident Trump will be favored to win on election night. I disagree. I think that Harris, at least in my opinion, I think that Harris, I'm predicting, in my opinion, that Harris will be favored throughout this entire election cycle. We have Conservative American Predictions. Everyone check out his channel. He makes great videos, very similar to mine. We do the same type of thing. He is here. Polls are under yeah, Wisconsin is the one because of course we're going through this whole thing again where Wisconsin looks like the best state for Harris out of the battleground states, and it never is. Democrats are way too overconfident about it. I don't see how Harris could outperform Biden in Wisconsin, to be honest. Michigan, I doubt Michigan is in play, to be honest. Um, okay, LPP wants you to check him community table to check his community ta tab, I bet you mean, for questions. Okay, I assume that means go on his community tab. You know what? Let's do it live. Let's do it live. Okay, so what is Lego post presidency saying saying about me on his community tab? Also, how does he have 1.77 thousand subscribers?
Hello.
Like, three
I'm Ethan.
not to be mean, that sounded mean. Okay. Oh my god. He's posted about me 3 times in the past 9 minutes. Wow. Okay. What is your opinion on JD Vance saying that school shootings are a fact of life? Yeah, that's an awful mentality. That's exactly what I don't want to think. That's the direction that we're heading right now. And it actually doesn't have to be that way. If you think about it for 0.2 seconds, it doesn't have to be that way. So yeah, that sucks. I have a question. I'm wondering, why do you hate Ronald Reagan? Okay, well, Ronald Reagan is one of the worst presidents, if not the worst, in American history. Because he not only he ruined the economy for as a direct impact of his presidency for a decade or so afterwards, he also he the bigger thing is that he really set in stone this Reaganomics type of fiscal policy that the Republicans hold on to today. That is now their thing is Reaganomics. It's trickle down economics where you now have massive unregulation for huge corporations and give them huge tax breaks. I mean, Trump did all this in his term in office. He cut regulations. He gave the corporations massive tax breaks. And of course, Reagan believed with these tax cuts, it would then allow these huge corporations to expand, and then more people would get jobs, and the money would trickle down. Now that did not happen, obviously, and not only when Reagan himself was in office, but as we saw, in the especially 2020 during COVID, it was very apparent because these huge corporations, they just rained on everyone else. I mean, with Trump's COVID policy, small businesses could not survive at all. I mean, they so many of them shut down for good. Very few of them even reopened. And we were getting a new billionaire a day in America during COVID, and it was a direct result of this, you know, anti-regulation, just letting a policy that Trump had that just let huge corporations just, have free reign. Then, they could just do whatever they wanted during COVID. Um, you know, whatever. No, whatever. No benefits for small businesses at all. And that was the thing with Biden. I think I believe he gave subsidies to small businesses, which was actually something I really respected. I mean, on economics, Biden I mean, he was an incredible president, to be honest. He really was. I mean, if it wasn't for Gaza, I don't want to get into too much here, but I mean, if it wasn't for Gaza, he would be like one of the best presidents we have ever had. To be complete, and I mean, because like 6 months ago, I would have said, "What are you talking about?" But I mean, when you just look at his record, I didn't really know what he had done, but it could have been a lot worse. I will say that. Oh boy, Mercury is calling me a crazy liberal. Yeah, the liberal chatter. Reagan or Hoover? Who's worse? I'm assuming you mean absolutely Reagan. Absolutely. FRQ. Don't even know what that means. Okay. Let's see. Would you like to see Gretchen Whitmer as president one day? Yeah. I mean, she's not the best governor. That's Tim Walz. And if Tim Walz does become the nominee next year, who do you think he will choose as VP? Um, Definitely would be a diversity pick. So, um, I don't know. I really don't know. I'm sorry. Um, I can vote in 2028. I'm voting for Ron DeSantis if he runs. Let's see, when can I vote? So I'm 15. So 3 years. Oh, wow. Wait, yeah, 18. You can vote. So I can vote in 2027. So yeah, I can vote in 2028, of course, as well. Um, wow, someone said, Jaden Hummel said, I love your channel, I'm a big fan. Well, thank you. Wow, I'm kind of surprised because it seems like you're a newcomer, and a lot of the newcomers come from the Harris videos where I say she's up. So very interesting. Yeah, maybe Walls Warnock. I could see that. Ooh, favorite election. Good idea. Well, I mean, I assume you mean general election, but I more prefer primary elections, of course, because they're chaotic and fun. But my favorite general election might be might be 1992. I mean, honestly, let's be real. Sorry. It might be, if I'm being real, it might be 2024. I mean, just think about this election. 2024, you have the incumbent president start to run. They debate. They have the earliest debate in American history. He drops out. His vice president, a historic nominee at that, takes over. One of the candidates gets shot. One of the candidates is a convicted felon and a former president. I mean, just an insane, um, you know, bunch of events. I mean, who could have expected a race like this? I don't think anyone could have. I was expecting this when it was, earlier this year in the beginning of the year. I was thinking that this would be like the most boring election ever, like a rematch, like come on. But wow. Wow, was I wrong. And imagine Trump had actually been killed. I mean, they were half an inch away. That would have been crazy. Who's worse, Bush 43 or Trump? Now this I was thinking Trump was Reagan. Bush 43 or Trump? Bush 43 easily. He was one of the other worst presidents down with what's his face? Reagan. My very least favorite presidents are Reagan, Bush 43, Trump is down there, Andrew Jackson is absolutely down there. And I'd probably throw in maybe Franklin Pierce as well. I like everything about him except for the fact that he was like an awful president. How could you not love Franklin Pierce though? Yes, Donald Donald John America. What is that from? Oh, yeah, this was from the 2020 RNC. I think it was Louisiana. It was like the virtual thing. And then the spokesperson for the Louisiana delegation said, Louisiana cast their however many votes for Donald John America. Great moment. Have you guys seen this is the funniest clip ever. It's Laura Ingram. That's how you say it, Laura Ingram. And she has this guy on her show, and the guy is talking about the show You, like YOU, like on Netflix, and it was about like the episode was about measles or something, and she just could not understand. I mean, she thought that he was talking about her the whole time, and it just shows how self-centered some of these people are. But you have to watch that. It'll come up immediately if you search Laura Ingram You. But, like, she could not comprehend that this was something else other than about her. No, I actually don't love Harris. Her record as prosecutor, which I hate she's running on, was absolutely awful. Do we think we'll ever get a 51st and 52nd state? I mean, each year it seems like it becomes more and more unlikely that it happens. I don't love either of them. I don't know why I have to love one of them. That's not a good way to think. That is being a s- bad voter. Yes, probably. I'm voting for her. I mean, look, in this election, I do get I mean, I hate to say this cuz like cuz it's just awful to say, and I'd usually disagree with everyone who says this. But I honestly agree with voting for Harris just because you hate Trump this time. Like, I get the lesser of two evils argument in this election. Like, there's a lot on the line in this election. There really is. I get it. I honestly do. Kapmala. Kapmala. Okay. Okay, so let's see. So what should we look at here? Have you taken the sappy values? I think yeah, the values, I'm not big on the values. I like the I side with. That one's better. Should we do I side with? Let's do I side with. I'll do it on here. I will do it on here, and my computer will probably explode because of how much whatever, because of how slow it's going. Okay, let me pull it up. Guys, okay, I'm looking at this logo right now that's on the stream. That one is so good. That I'm actually changing. I'm changing my normal one to that. That one's just awful. Okay, anyway. Okay, everyone follow along because I'm going to talk about all these questions. Should police departments be allowed to use military-grade equipment? I don't think so. I don't think there's enough of a use. Should funding for local police departments be redirected to social and community-based programs? Well, what? Some of it, I mean, you mean? Um, yeah, I mean, I think I'm not, an expert on this question, obviously, but I do feel like the police get, from what I've seen in some of these like rural towns in the Midwest, it seems like police departments get way too much money. Should convicted criminals have the right to vote? Probably not. I don't really care though. Should there be more restrictions on the current process of purchasing a gun? Absolutely. That I mean, especially with, the mass shooting yesterday or 3 days ago whenever. Guns are really becoming one of my top issues. Like it's just common sense. Uh, the issue of guns, really shows where you are on the issue of common sense. It really does. It really does. Like it's just such common sense. Like, oh my god, we need to ban assault weapons. Should teachers be allowed to carry guns at school? No, it's just dumb. The more guns equals more safe argument is one of the worst arguments out there. Should victims of gun violence be allowed to sue firearm dealers and manufacturers? Obviously. Should social issues. Should schools be allowed to require mandatory diversity training for teachers and faculty? No, they shouldn't. Should schools be allowed to require s- I I don't think so. There's not enough of a need. That's so dumb. Like focus on stuff that actually matters. Should the government continue to fund Planned Parenthood? Yes, that is healthcare for so many women. Should health insurance providers be required to offer free birth control? Yes, obviously. Some of these questions are so dumb. Like, who answers no on that? Should the president be able to authorize military force against Al Qaeda without congressional approval? Absolutely not. Should the government use facial recognition technology for mass surveillance to enhance public safety? This one's a new one. New question. Um, no, that's so weird. Please no. I don't even care. Someone sent a super chat. Thank you so much. How likely Harris win? I have it 53% to Trump 47%. Um, yeah, Nevada. That must be nice to live in a swing state. Okay, I'm looking at some. So yeah, about super chats, if you could afford to send a super chat, that would be extremely helpful. Definitely encourages me to do more live streams and continue with this channel because it does take a lot of work. So sending a super chat if you can, that absolutely helps out so much. And I will definitely make sure to get to your question as well. So thank you for that. I hope others will also send super chats. Should the president mobilize the US military against Mexican drug cartels? Um, well, only if I mean, not in Mexico. Um, yeah, only within our country's borders. That's what I mean. Should the US remain in the UN? Yeah. Should the government increase or decrease military spending? Absolutely decrease. That is outrageous. That's another thing where it's like, oh my god. Should foreign terrorism suspects be given constitutional rights? Um, um, yes. I'm going yes on that one. Should the government require children to be vaccinated for preventable diseases? Um, I'd think so. I mean, I'm libertarian on most social issues like this, but I'm libertarian when it only affects you, right? It's only about you. But this is parents making decisions about their kid. It's hurting their kid, and it's hurting all the people around them. It could be something that's contagious. That hurts all. That affects and inflicts pain on all the other people around you. So, yes, they should. Do you support the use of nuclear energy? Yes, the positives outweigh the negatives. Should the government allow the commercialization of lab-grown meat? I don't know. I guess just because I don't care, but I wouldn't eat it. That's disgusting. Should the federal government increase funding of health care? Medicaid, basically. Yes, we can do all of those things and still be the richest nation on earth. Should the government require employees of large businesses to be vaccinated from COVID? No, I don't believe in um um I mean as long as the vaccine is from COVID, I don't I'll go no, yes. Do you support Obamacare? I mean, I don't think it goes far enough, so I don't know how to answer this. I guess I'll say yes though, because it's in the right direction. Should the government impose stricter fuel efficiency standards on vehicles? Yes. Increase spending on public transportation. This one's not relevant to me. I don't know if it's an issue or not, but I'll go yes, because still I believe we can do all these things and still be immensely rich. Should the government provide subsidies for the development of high-speed rail networks? That would be cool, so I'm going yes. Should the US raise taxes on the rich? Yes. Should the government raise the minimum wage, federal minimum wage? Yes. Do you support UBI? Absolutely. That's one of my number one issues. Housing. Should the government implement rent control policies? Yes. To limit the amount? Yes, absolutely. Should homeless individuals be allowed to sleep on public property? I don't know why this one's in here. Like, I'm gonna say it's not relevant because I mean, I guess it is kind of relevant because Newsom just kicked him out. Only if wait, yes, and then create more. They only should if there are like places where they can sleep, where there are shelters and stuff. Should the government increase funding for homeless? Sure. Should the government regulate AI to ensure ethical use? Yes, I hate AI. Ban all AI and everything related to Elon Musk. Ban it all. Ban Grok. Should the government mandate that large tech companies share their algorithms with regulators? With regulators, yes. Should the government implement stricter regulations on the use of cryptocurrencies? No, I really don't care. Let them lose all their money, the stupid crypto people. Should illegal immigrants have access to government subsidized healthcare? Um, mm, hmm. Okay, this one's so tough. I'm sorry, but I'm going no. Should the U.S. build a wall? No, I don't really care. Should undocumented immigrants be offered in-state tuition rates at public colleges? Yeah, obviously. I mean, as long as they play by the same rules as everyone else, I really don't care if illegal immigrants are in the country. Should the Electoral College be abolished? Yes, 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 yes. Should photo ID be required to vote? Um, I mean, look, I absolutely get where conservatives come from on this. I mean, I really do. Um, but I would say no overall. Should foreigners currently residing in the US have the right to vote? Well, depends on the time. Yeah, thank you. Let's go for 5 years. Should the government increase environmental regulations? Yes. Should the US withdraw from the Paris Climate Agreement? No. Should the government stop construction of the Dakota Access Pipeline? Absolutely. Education. Didn't we already do education? Should the federal government pay for tuition at four-year colleges and universities? Um, at, um, hmm, partially. More than half, I'd say. Do you support increasing taxes for the rich in order to reduce interest rates? Yes. Should critical race theory be taught? No. Which political ideology do I identify with? I guess progressive. Whom would you like to see? I do not know who these people are. If the 2024 Connecticut Senate, which candidate would you vote for? Where is Chris? Oh my god. Oh, I guess Chris Murphy. I'm not his biggest fan, but whatever. I don't even know. How would you describe likelihood of playing video games too often compared to a year ago? I don't play any video games, so same. What are these questions? And I'll go honesty, intelligence, effectiveness. What is your what about? Please tell me. Yeah, I know, because I side with the questions that they put on the end always make 0 sense. Do you support statehood for DC? Yes, I do. Puerto Rico, let them decide. Hello, Frenzy fans. Okay. Ooh. Oh, it worked. Oh my god. Cornell West is number one. That's sad. I hate Cornell West. Okay, well, here are my results. Cornell West number one at 93, Jill Stein at 92%, Kamala Harris at 89, Marianne Williamson, who got number one every time I do this, she is at 89. How do I scroll down? Okay. Oh, show more. Peter Sonsky at 79. He's American Solidarity Party. Donald Trump all the way down at 21. Not surprising at all. The liberal chatter exposed. I know. It's shocking. I, I've never revealed this at all that I'm extremely progressive. Nice, we have a Marianne supporter. Do you think a Hillary 2016 can happen this election? I don't even know what you mean by that because it's like dead tied right now. Wow, 7% with Donald Trump. That's what I want. That's what I should strive to get. Um yeah, Burgum would have been a better running mate. JD Vance can't even order donuts. What if I did this between June 28th and July 21st? Why would Trump be number one? Okay, that's just sad. Okay. Why is it asking me to rate Chris Murphy's intelligence? I don't know. Well, nice. 92 with Marianne is awesome. I do have to make buttons here eventually. I guess I can do it when I speak, but you will probably all hear it, so I wish I could turn my camera on and show you guys the buttons I'm making, but and how I make them because it's cool. But I can't because my computer is being annoying. Okay, so this is still a Q&A, so if any of you have any more questions that I could talk about while I make these, then please tell me right now. It could be about politics, it could be about the election, it could be about my personal politics, it could be about something completely unrelated to politics. I don't care. It could be about YouTube, it could be about eBay, it could be about these buttons, it could be about my collection. It could be about tennis. The US Open is going on right now. And I play tennis. Um okay, how do you feel? Oh, you could also ask me about cereal, soda, or Gatorade flavors. Those are some of my passions as well that I can assure you you should listen to my opinion on because I'm right. I know that. But how do you feel about people who pour milk before cereal? Yeah, that's just nasty. I don't really think anyone actually does that. I think that's more just a joke thing that people post online. But yeah. Um Alan Lichtman made the senior Olympics. I don't know if that's serious or what, but funny if it is. Do you think that the election will be tight this November or will it get better? That's a hard one. I could see Harris taking a strong lead after the debate. The debate will be the tell-all. Why do you see Harris as the lesser evil? Well, I never said that, but yeah, I do. I mean, when we're talking about this lesser evil stuff, you got to look at Trump. I mean, guys, he tried to overthrow him. Like he clearly did not want to leave office, and this is the United States of America. I don't know how anyone could support this guy. Not to mention what he's done on policy. Um, Best soda. Well, I'm a root beer person, and Barks is the best, so that's what I'm going. But if I'm not going for a root beer, it would be Dr. Pepper. So yeah, I like those types. The Dr. Pepper at Chipotle at the Chipotle fountains is so good. Oh my god, it's like no other Dr. Pepper. Um oh wait, people always chatter how lazy, ineffective government is. Chatter, nice word. There you go. Do you think it's the people that are lazy or the institution? I mean, yeah, we're definitely getting lazier as a people, so I guess I'd say that. I mean, and the government. All right, so fun fact, someone brought up the good liars. Get this. I realized this month after I saw them, but I actually saw the good liars. I was at a Dean Phillips rally in New Hampshire, and again, I didn't realize this at the time, but one of the guys, he like interrupted. I forget what he said. I wish I could remember. I forget what he said, but it was not funny. He was just like kicked out immediately. He didn't even get to make his point, and then Dean, like everyone was just confused and like no one laughed. Just so like I don't like them because of that. It like threw the whole vibe off. Um, do your friends think it's crazy? Well, not many people know about this, to be completely honest. Um, but I mean, I guess it's not that crazy to the people who do, because it has been super gradual. Like they know, when I got a few thousand, then since then I've been growing. But yeah, it is pretty cool. I'm 15, also by the way. Well, do you plan on making merch? Well, would you guys wear the merch? Like, I would make it cool. You know me, I love graphic design. and all that. So I would make it cool. It wouldn't just be my logos. Like I'd put Trump and Harris and like my banner, like with all the politicians, it'd be like that stuff. So tell me, would you guys buy that type of stuff? I would also make like pro Harris and pro Trump items, and then like have my logo at the bottom, so it's still like mine. But so let me know if you guys would buy merch if I set up a shop. Um, Mountain Dew. You got no idea. My Everyone in my family is obsessed with Mountain Dew. Well, not Mountain Dew, Diet Mountain Dew, which is so much worse than normal Mountain Dew. It's despicable. Now, Mountain Dew is nice because it is very refreshing, right? If you need a refreshing soda, um, you go for Mountain Dew. But as I said about Gatorade flavors, I'm huge into Gatorade. So if I need something to get refreshed, I'm just gonna have a Gatorade instead of a refreshing soda. So that's my thoughts. Um, yeah, Mountain Dew is very controversial. I like it though. No, obviously Marianne never had a chance. But honestly, like I don't know if you guys realize this, but God, I just love Marianne Williamson so much. I mean, I can't stress enough how amazing of a president she really would be. Um, no, Trump is not running in 2028. Is your family conservative or liberal? Um, I don't know. I don't really want to say. Let's see. Okay, won't be doing that. Thoughts on Bernie Sanders? Ugh. I hate even thinking about the fact that Bernie came so close in 2020 and then stupid Mayor Pete and Amy Klobuchar jumped in at the last second and they all endorsed Biden after Super Tuesday, and then Elizabeth Warren stayed in, which split the progressive vote on Super Tuesday. All the stars aligned for an impossible Biden victory on Super Tuesday, but it happened. We were so close to getting Bernie, crush it on Super Tuesday, cruise to the nomination, and then destroy Trump in the general. He would absolutely destroy Trump in the general. And we did not get that. Julian Castro. Julian Castro is um he's good from what I know on policy. He seems to be very progressive. He hits Biden when Biden is too moderate, so that's nice. Um, but I hear all the politicians that try to sound exactly like Obama. Josh Shapiro obviously does it, but Julian Castro does it too. Beto does it. Beto O'Rourke, which is just so obnoxious. Like, get your own thing. Yep, and they definitely rigged it in 2016. I wouldn't say they rigged in 2020. I mean, yes, I just hate how Pete and Amy came in that last second. That sucks. But they really didn't rig it in 2020. Who would you have voted for in 2016? Um, well, neither. I would have been too anti-Hillary just on policy. I mean, her fiscal policy was just awful. I mean, whatever, against TPP, so pro NAFTA, all this stuff. I mean, her husband was Bill Clinton, obviously. And I would be too mad at her for rigging the primary against Bernie to possibly vote for her. So, um, so I wouldn't have voted Hillary, and I absolutely would not have voted Trump either. I would have voted probably Gary Johnson. Probably Gary Johnson, to be completely honest with you. Yeah, so if you weren't here when I said it, I'm making like pin back buttons, like political buttons with this little machine I have to make them, so if you hear it, that's what it is. Okay, the DNC obviously rigged the primary. I supported Trump in 2016 and 2020, and I regret. I support Harris in 2024, so we have a Trump-Harris voter or supporter if you don't vote. That's interesting. I mean, in the end, I really could see a reality where Harris sweeps the swing states and could even pick off North Carolina. Like, I could say that. See that. Um, I I am so excited for the debate. Maybe I will do a post debate live stream. That would be fun. Right after the debate ends. No, Lego post presidency is not ever getting unbanned. He he he's I like the people who are just constantly negative, like why should I keep them on my channel? Like that was the issue with Tester. Tester's done. I forgot about him. But he just always comments stupid negative stuff. Like I know he's kidding, but like I don't want to see that because it's not even funny. Oh yeah, do any of you take A push? I'm in it right now. You mentioned A push. Wow, you got a 5 on the exam. Nice. Do you need any reading? School just started like 6 days ago, so and we do block scheduling, so I've only had 3 classes, so we're not like really in it yet. But maybe I'll ask you for help if I need it or something. Um, no, I get this question all the time. I am not live streaming on election nights. I love CNN election nights too much to live stream. That'd be so boring. And plus, no one would watch it, right? Like maybe 30 people, but then what's the point? I might as well just relax and watch TV. The actual election night coverage. No, we do not have AP World History at my school. I would take that though. I love all history classes. I'll take any or like civics. I'm so excited for AP politics and government. But at my school I can't take that until junior year, which is devastating. But next year I will. I'll be able to take that. So that'll be so fun. Question, are you saying that even though Bernie had less popular vote? No. No, I'm not saying he should have been the candidate. It was I mean, you had Iowa um it's not I'm not saying that the votes were rigged. Saying that the process was rigged. The delegates, I mean, even when you look at the delegate allocation, it's completely rigged. Bernie won every single county in West Virginia. 55 counties in West Virginia all went to Bernie Sanders. He crushed Hillary there. And at the convention, Hillary got the vast majority of the delegates. So it's things like that. Should have been a lot closer in the process with the debates and everything. Could have been a lot more fair. And like the DNC gave debate questions to the Hillary campaign. That was a real thing. Yeah, AP World History would be yeah, that would be difficult for me too. I don't think that A push will be too hard because I know my US history, but ooh, yeah, nice. Is that politics and government, I assume? That's what I want to take. A push next year. That's a good move. Nice. That's what I want next year. Um okay. Walz is the least controversial politician in America. I don't know what you mean. You've posted this 10 times now. Would you support Trump by, like, the ticket? No. Oh my god, I don't think the VP debate is going either way. I think that will be a one-sided debate. I think that Tim Walz would crush JD Vance. Oh, Harris is winning the Latino vote by like 20 points. Okay, I'm gonna end this soon because it is getting late. But let me just print the shipping labels here from eBay for my items so that I could send them out. Yeah, I mean, I would promote my eBay store more, but it's like, then you all know, like, my address, and it's like, oh, 1 second, I'm just on a different tab, I can't see the comments here. So here are some people I designed buttons for. I designed buttons for Jennifer McCormick, like, buttons, like, actually for their campaign, not vendor buttons. But I designed buttons for Jennifer McCormick, who's the Democratic nominee for governor of Indiana. Also, Hope wait, was that it? I think it was Hope something. She was the Democratic candidate for Attorney General in Indiana. So look out for those if you live in Indiana. Those are the only two, like, I guess official campaign buttons I designed. I thought I did more. Okay. I assume you all heard that. It was just motorcycle. Okay. Melania Trump. I mean, I don't want to hate on her too much because she clearly just hates her job and didn't want to get into it, but she could have done more, I'll say that. My channel though, like, it's definitely you know, I was getting like a video with like 40, 50 or 60,000 views a day. It's definitely slowed down a little bit, right? Like I'm not putting out as many videos too, but I'm like the top one will only get like 12,000, say. So I mean, still great compared to 5 months ago, but yeah, it is slowing down just a little bit, which is sad. I guess people finally found out that I call every single poll shocking, and most of the time they're not that shocking anyway, so they don't have to even watch the video. Um, well, I'm definitely gonna continue the channel because it's fun. What is an unpopular opinion? Okay, so this is a great question because I have a perfect answer for it. And that is that I really think that Harris will do way better than people are thinking, or I should say at least, yeah, what people are thinking and what the polls are saying. I think that she will do much better in the Sun Belt, that is. Much better than what people are thinking and what the polls are saying. And I could see her possibly do worse than people are thinking and she's polling in the Rust Belt. And that's because of the voter registration numbers. Just watch my videos. I've gone through this. I can't say it one more time. Okay, I don't know if this is a genuine question or you're just kidding, but he'd be like 90 something, so no. Okay, so I don't watch either of these channels because they're a total joke. Both of them. I mean, if you do watch them, please reconsider your life choices. I mean, especially Gold Crown, but I don't know. I don't know what their predictions are, and I don't care either. Okay. Also, On Point is a joke of a channel as well. On Point Politics. Bernie's turning 80. No, I think he's older than 83. but I believe you, honestly. Because it sounds like you know. Yeah, you're actually right about that. Harris did not get much of a. I mean, well, no, that's not actually not true. She kind of did. I mean, it kind of wore off, but she did get a bump right after. I don't know. The debates barely even matter. It only matters if like someone like Harris just absolutely dominates. Okay, this is so weird. Okay, guys. So I'm packaging 4 of my eBay orders. I've got 4 orders here. 2 of them are going to Birmingham, Alabama, to different people, completely random, different people. How weird is that? That is kind of creepy. Half of them. What are the chances of that? That's got to be like 1 in 500,000. Maybe even a million. Because Birmingham isn't a huge city. Okay. Oh, okay, good. Okay, so Kathy from Birmingham bought childless cat ladies for Kamala buttons. Okay. Okay. Harris is now leading in Virginia. Oh, she was always leading in Virginia. Do not worry. Okay. And Tom in Burlingham. What did Tom buy? Let's see. Um, Tom bought Remember Shirley Chisholm buttons. That would be cool if Biden stepping down starts a one-term tradition. That would be cool. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. They're a good president. I don't mind him serving 2 terms or more, honestly. I don't care. Like FDR, I would have been thrilled if I was alive during the FDR days. I would have voted for him all 4 times, even when I knew he was gonna die. Yeah, a Walls Whitmer ticket would be good, except for the fact that they're both from the same region. Tim Walz would want someone from a Rust Belt state like Warnock. Why is this person typing in all caps? Okay. Okay, I'm gonna wrap this up. So thank you all. Thank you all for joining. Much appreciated as always. We actually had a good amount of viewers this time, which is so much more fun than having like 12. So yeah, thank you for being here. Send any last minute super chats if you would be so kind. If you have any last minute questions that you really need answered, I will definitely do that if you send that super chat. But if not, thank you for joining the stream. I hope you all enjoyed. Come back next time, watch my videos, and subscribe if you haven't already, and check my community tab, and become a channel member. Um, and yeah, so, okay. Bye, everyone. Thank you for joining. I will see you all later.